So I just typed this in. I did this number of atoms times 1 divided by this times this divided by 1, and I get 1.09853 grams. So that's that many grams of oxygen were used up. Let's see if that makes sense. What happens if I add this with this? Because that's what we have over here. This tells me, so I'm going to have to round to 3 significant figures. So that would be my third. I'm going to have to round up, and we get 1.10 grams. So let's take that. 1.10 grams plus that, 0.321 plus 1.1, that equals 1.421. So a total of 1.421 grams were used. And how many grams did I get out? 1.01 plus 0.413, 1.423 grams. Now, it doesn't seem to match up, does it? It's a little bit strange. What happened was rounding error. Every time that you round a number, right, like we rounded here, we rounded these off, and what happened was we ended up with this error right here. So I wanted to show you this to illustrate how important it is to keep all of your digits whenever you're doing calculations and stuff like that. Now, had I not rounded anything, had I just kept it in the calculator without anything else, if I just went from one thing to the next without ever writing anything down and stopping, then we would have got the exact answer over here. Because you cannot get something out of nothing. Trust me, it's not going to work. But this goes to illustrate just how important it is to not round anything off until the very, very end. Now, when we're doing this, like if your teacher says, okay, how many grams, then yes, you would report it to this much, because you have to report the right number of significant figures. So, also, if you're trying to check yourself at the end, you're trying to check your work, if you get something a little bit off like this, it's probably not a big deal. But as you go along, you shouldn't erase anything. Have all of your work out in front of you so you could check everything again. So instead of plugging this in, you would plug in the answers before you rounded them off. And if you did that, then you would have a lot closer to this answer here. So, all right, let's do some more examples.